Hey everybody, Richard Maxwell here, another episode of the weekly CMAS podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's episode is pretty cool. We've got our librarian, Mr. Shawn Huffman, who's a very big supporter of this program and has been wonderful to us over the years, helping us out with some voiceovers and things like that for events, which is no small thing. We really do appreciate him and his support and having him come in and talking to Lily on this week's episode. I got a couple of other great things coming up. It is episode 33, I believe, this week. If you're 34, I'm being told 34, my apologies. Also, if you're watching this in real time or near real time, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. A whole bunch of EPs are coming out. We've got a show this evening as I'm recording this introduction. The first showcase concert we've done actually in several years, so we're hoping to start bringing those back. We've got a show at Ingleside tomorrow. We're helping out with the Bands and Orchestras event tomorrow night. Then we have a week off, such as it is, although we'll probably have our Friday shows and another podcast. And then Songwriter Night is the following week. Songwriter Night, Senior Recognition, a wonderful, wonderful event. It's on May 9th, which is a Thursday at 6:30 p.m. in the Arcadia Auditorium. It is free. It is open to the public, and it is an awesome concert. We partner with Arcadia's Technical Theater on lights and all the visual stuff, and it's a really, really great event. So if you're watching this before that, please join us. We will be live streaming that one as well, though, so you can always catch it later. And anyway, again, thanks for watching and supporting these students, and here you go.
Welcome back to another podcast episode, everybody. I'm your host, Trieu, here today. I'm with Mr. Huffman, our lovely librarian of Arcadia. But before we start our episode, I would like to do a quick shout-out to Yasmine. She is producing this segment. We love our producers here, as we always do. I give them a shout out every single episode. She's a bit camera shy, so I think she's gonna switch the camera right about now because she's a little mad at me. Thank you. So, Mr. Huffman, tell me a little bit about yourself. Why did you choose to become a librarian?
So that's interesting. I've been at Arcadia since 1998 as a coach and then a teacher, and I've taught everything, earth science, everything in the social studies department, and everything in the English department. And in 2015, the librarian then decided that she was going to retire. She was only the second librarian in Arcadia's history.
Wow.
They tend to last a while. So it came to me that if I ever wanted the job, that was the only time in my career I was going to see it. And so I applied, not knowing if I would get it, and I got lucky and I did, and now I've got the best job in the world.
Awesome. So could you tell me a little bit about Arcadia's library?
Sure. Our library, honestly, we have the greatest library in Scottsdale. We have about 18,000 books in there. We also have probably 8,000 or 9,000 ebooks and audiobooks through Sora, and the library is entirely curated by the teacher librarian in charge, and that's me.
Wow.
So the books are in there because I ordered them or the previous librarian had ordered them, but it's no one else's kind of call. We get to deal with the entire deal down there. So it's a great place to be. It's a lot of fun. It's relaxed, as long as there's respect shown, I guess. But but no, it's great. It's a great place to be.
Yeah, I'm a very avid reader, or at least I used to be. Shout out to my million-word readers in elementary school. We all hated each other because we were trying to get that goal first. I never won first. Let's just say that. But yeah, I have appreciation for librarians. When I went to Vaughan, we had a lot of librarians through the years, and I really loved all of them. They were really nice. Gave me a bunch of book recommendations.
It's nice to hear.
So I mentioned that you coached here at Arcadia. What did you coach?
I came in as a volleyball coach in 1998 and did that until 2015. So 17 years we built the program. And I also coached softball from about 2003 to 2009 or so. I also coached baseball here and basketball for a year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a couple
Shoot.
CMAS related questions. Also, why'd you say yes to this podcast? I'd love to know.
You know, Maxwell and I go back a long ways. So when he said, hey, come and do this, he didn't tell me it was on video. Otherwise, I may have said no. But no, I dig it. I love what you guys do up here, so anything I can do to help is awesome.
Yeah, way back. Is that in Maxwell's prehistoric years, you think, Yasmine? Probably, she says.
2001.
Oh, no, we're talking. He's
not,
BC.
Not the before time, but.
Not the before times. You taught at the old Arcadia.
Yeah.
When the library was, I just recently found out today that the library used to be in Mount O.
Yep, and it was 2 stories.
Yeah.
People forget. So when they built the school, it looked just like it does now,
Mm-hmm.
in 1958. And then when it became the library, they built a 2nd story down where the lunch tables used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we rebuilt the school, it was the only building that wasn't in massive code violation, and the only one that they said we could keep.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to knock it and return it back to its original form since the library was moving under the office. So.
Yeah, I also found out that, shout out Mr. Peterson's class. Today I found out that the circle is what inspired the one ship on E.T. I did not know that.
Yep.
According.
So not E.T. It's Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, Mr. P said E.T. Well,
Yeah.
he's wrong.
Since Spielberg went here,
Yeah.
that was, and he didn't love it. That became the alien spaceship from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's cool. So, another music kind of related question, kind of related to CMAS. I ask this question to most guests that come on. So, we all know the question about what would you bring to a desert island or whatever. You can't say a boat. Everyone says a boat, including myself. But
Books.
if you could bring any album you wanted to a desert island, and you'll survive. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're not going to die of dehydration or starvation. Don't worry. But that is all you can listen to for the rest of time, as long as you live on that deserted island. What would it be?
It's an interesting question. Probably Billy Joel Glass Houses.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he's one of my favorites, but he's just such a pure storyteller that I think you can always find new stuff in his music. I'm not a dancer. I don't dance. I didn't dance at my wedding, so I don't need anything with that kind of rhythm. I don't play instruments, so I don't need anything. I can
Neither
even
do
air,
we. Wait, no,
guitar.
Yasmine does.
But I do love music, and Billy Joel to me is just the ultimate storyteller. So it would probably be that, and I think that's my favorite album.
That's your favorite album?
Yeah, by him. Anyways, I would assume overall. I never really ranked them, but
Could you tell me about some other artists you like, or some music you grew up with?
Sure. So I grew up in the 70s, so a lot of the big 70s bands I love. I love the Zeppelin and the Who and all of that stuff, but also Fleetwood Mac and things like that are what I grew up on. But really, I was in high school in the 80s, so I grew up on all the 80s pop stuff, and that's really, if I'm in the car, that's what I'm listening to, other than some metal. I mean, it sounds trite, but I grew up on Metallica. I was, Metallica was just coming up.
Yeah, we got a lot of Metallica fans here.
And, it's one of those things, all the purists, you like Metallica, sure, you're a poser, but I was there when they started, so
I've been here since the beginning.
I'm an OG Metallica fan, and I like some newer metal stuff, like Godsmack, but even newer Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, that kind of stuff. And then even some weird metal like Gwar. I was at a Gwar concert in college, and that was the wildest show.
You an avid concert goer?
Not anymore. I've seen some big shows. I've seen Aerosmith and the Stones and the Who and U2 and just Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks. Some really big shows, but not so much anymore. I really don't like public. I guess there's people there, and that tends to bother me.
My mom feels the same way. She was an avid concert goer. She got me, like, we go together. Now she's like, I know you like them, and I know you're like me, but do we? But, like, the pit.
Yeah, no. No, although I tell you, I was in college. I was a large man in college. Not fat like I am now, but muscular. That Gwar pit was dangerous. It was wild. There were, like, Hell's Angels in there. There were just people. It was nuts. Although the single weirdest thing I saw, this probably 6'8" mountain of a Hell's Angels biker was running by, and this smallish man, maybe 5'8" or something, was in there, and he just ran him over. And he stopped the entire pit and picked the kid up and stood him back up, punched him, and then started going again. But he didn't let him get trampled. And I thought that was weirdly cool to me. That
faith in humanity.
Right? I mean, here's this Hell's Angel guy that's probably murdered a bunch of people, but he picked that kid up, and I was like, that's wild. And I wouldn't want to get punched by that dude, so it's not worth falling down.
Have you, okay, as a concert person, I have collected things. I've collected confetti. I have a symbol. I still can't find it. Here's the update. If you're an avid podcast goer, the search for the symbol is still going. Don't know where it is. I got one of the drummer symbols signed and everything because
Nice.
It broke halfway through the opening. And then the reason I got it was because he felt bad because I caught the drumstick because he threw a hat, the one to a girl that was flirting with him in the crowd.
Of course.
And then, but the hat was caught by another girl, and then the girl wouldn't give her the hat because he was going to give her the drumsticks anyway. So then he threw both drumsticks. I caught the drumstick, but then my mom was like, no, the girl behind us. And I was like, and I was really sad. And so he signed the thing and handed it to me. People still tried fighting me for it. I mean, I understand.
Sure. Yep.
But he handed it to me. First row. I waited there for 4 hours. That's the story behind the symbol. I've probably talked about it too much, but yeah. Have you gotten anything?
Really, no. Bruises and stuff from
Yeah.
various pits, but I don't tend to collect too much stuff. So, I mean, what I do collect are books. And
love
they're not
collecting
throwing
books.
those at concerts.
Oh.
So,
They're
it's
not.
not really the right place for collecting that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, but
Yeah. Do you also have the problem where you don't have enough bookshelves?
I do. I
I started
actually
using my TV stand.
I built an entire library in one of our rooms and all the
That's so
bookshelves and
cool.
everything built in. And now my wife tells me, because I still have probably 5,000 books in the garage, and she just said no. She'd had enough. So we evidently have enough books in the house.
I don't think there's ever
and
such a thing
she's-
as enough.
Preach, sister. But she is adamant that we have enough.
Yeah, me and my mom both avid readers. As we bring them in, we're like, we have to get rid of a few. It hurts.
Yeah.
But we were thinking about actually creating one of those like bookshelf doors for like we have this random closet. We would love to do that.
That would be awesome. I actually built one of those for my niece.
That's so cool.
It's nice. Now the rule is I can buy any book I want. It just has to live at the library.
All right. Well, I would like to thank you so much for joining us today, taking time out of your busy
Thanks
schedule
for
to
having
come
me.
see us.
It was fun.
Once again, thank you to Yasmine. We love you. As she can't switch over a camera fast enough. I love you. But thank you to Yasmine. Thank you to Mr. Huffman for joining us today and
Thank you for
talking
having
and
me.
nerding out with me about like bookshelves. People don't understand.
They're important.
They're important. Yasmine, you don't get it. But once again, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys. We're not using that camera anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all next time. Bye. Welcome back to another podcast episode, everybody. You can't see because it'll all be in the bloopers, but this is the second time we're trying this.
No.
This episode has gone off the rails. This episode has gone off the rails.
But today we are talking about our beloved CMAS bands. We've had a lot this year, I'd say. I mean, Paul, you've been here longer. Is this like a lot of bands for 1 year?
Yeah.
I feel like Cameron makes a new band every week.
Yeah.
No, I've only
Well,
made.
Okay, I feel like Cameron makes bands, but he's never really like serious about it. But this one, he's serious about.
No, so I don't make bands. I just switch genres. I used to be
Yeah.
rap,
And new names.
Then I used to be emo.
Then you went country for a little
now
bit.
I used to be country, and now I'm fully pop punk.
That's actually real.
Okay,
Mostly 'cause I get to skate.
So I believe all three of you are in a band. Could you tell me about that? Not in the same band, but
Oh no, obviously.
Woohoo!
I'm in a band with Nico and Noah called
Cactus King.
yeah,
Cactus King.
either that or King Cactus. I don't know.
We haven't decided.
Yeah,
I thought it was Rat King.
We changed it because there were 4 bands
Where'd
called
the
Rat King
cactus come
already.
from?
we
live
just
in
we
Arizona.
just really like
Phoenix.
cactuses.
Cactus.
It's cacti.
Be quiet.
Shut up.
We're not gonna call the band Cacti King.
Yeah, that's lame. Wait, that doesn't even. Okay.
What?
So
Cacti King.
Guys, we don't need more bloopers.
Okay,
Okay,
Yes, we
back,
do.
that's
back
fine. That's
This
Any-
fine.
episode has gone off the rails.
All right.
Okay, continuing.
anyways, yeah, me and Nico, were in a. What are you laughing at?
You said
Me-
anyway.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Guys, get back.
So, anyways,
When you touch your lips to that mic, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that's like making out with everyone who's ever touched that mic.
Alright, get back on topic, buds.
Anyways.
Anyways.
Okay. So I'm in a band with Nico.
No, really?
Yeah, I think we said that a few times. We play thrash
Okay, so
metal.
Cactus King. Tell me more about Cactus
We
King.
play thrash.
Yeah, we play thrash.
It's kind of like Metallica, kind of like rip
And-
off bootleg Megadeth.
Yeah, and after every song we play, which is only one song right now, I feel very tired because it's very fast.
Yeah, it makes my arms hurt.
Makes your arms hurt? He's the drummer.
It makes my arms hurt because I'm picking real fast, but I feel
Yeah.
bad for Paul especially.
Yeah, because I'm drumming as fast as you're picking.
Yeah, and
Um,
you have to use your hands and your feet.
Yeah, he agrees, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron, could you tell us about your band that you're in, even though we literally just had a segment
So
about
we
it?
just had a segment about it. I'm Cameron. I'm one of the lead singers of Wing 62.
You're Paul.
And we're gonna make a happy song for Songwriters Night.
Oh,
about How
nice.
we don't want to grow up. How we don't listen to our parents. Even though I do listen to my parents.
That doesn't sound very happy.
Well, it does. We're gonna be
Yes,
all
it
like.
does.
Oh wait, it's pop.
Is it
punk,
like
never
the
mind.
nostalgic like
Yeah,
song?
we're gonna be like, when I grow up, I don't want to be a part of the system.
You should have Grayson do guest vocals for the system.
Yeah, we gotta go. Evil wizard, evil.
Okay,
Do it,
so
do it.
what past bands have you guys been in?
you guys want to go first?
We had this band. We didn't have a name. We were going to call ourselves Beaver Fever, but we weren't playing fast.
No, that was the
Actually,
name of the
there's
song.
already a band called that on Glee called like the Bieber Sensation or the.
No, that's it's a different
No.
word.
So
There's
it was
not.
called
No.
Beaver Fever.
Oh,
And-
Bieber.
That was our original idea
Justin
for the
Bieber.
name.
No, that was the song name.
Well,
I
yeah, but
hate
then we
Justin
decided we
Bieber.
would name the song that, but the song wasn't fast enough,
Yeah.
and it was listen, I'm gonna be a little bit of a critic. That song wasn't good.
No.
So here's the
Okay.
reason why it wasn't good.
Here's the thing, Cameron.
Okay, at least you can reflect on it and know
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
do better.
It's
now.
not a bad thing. It's just
Yeah.
true.
What are you
the-
staring at?
There were two interesting things about that
Mhm.
song. There were,
I've learned how to play a little bit of bass. on
yeah,
that song.
he like literally picked up bass like a week and a half before we went on for Songwriter Night, so that kind of like limited what we could really do. Right, we couldn't make anything too fast, too complicated. So we just had 4 chords, and we had him play quarter notes under them. There were exactly 2 interesting things about that song. Carter's drumming, which was awesome. He absolutely
yeah.
Shout out to
destroyed it.
Carter. We love Carter
Yeah,
here.
Carter's
Love you.
great.
Carter!
We should play more in the shows. And then there was also the riff I came up with was just power chords, but there was one interesting thing about it. There was like at the end, just like a trill that was pretty cool. And that was just about the only interesting thing that I wrote for that song.
I didn't like the song because when I don't get me wrong, I love my parents. I love my mom. I love my uncles
What?
and cousins.
This sounds like a non sequitur.
No, it doesn't. Because when I did the show, she shared it to when I told her I was gonna be in the show, right?
Did she like send it to all your family?
She said it to all my family, all like my immediate family, and she was like, "My son knows how to play bass," and I was like, "That's cool. I don't know how to
Awesome.
play bass though. I played one chord and I just like quickly slid up and down the neck.
You played one note.
Yeah, same thing.
The one string.
Yeah, I played a string.
Just the E.
Plug it.
Mhm.
Bow, bow, bow.
So that was your past band experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
That seems like
Paul,
Paul,
What about you,
Paul?
Paul?
Paul, you've performed with a lot of different people.
Yeah, like
yeah,
executive.
there's been, man. Okay, so
What the list?
there's been
Get
a
the
lot.
list ready.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I'll get the list up. Cause
I
there
feel
was
like whenever people need a drummer, they ask you or
Yeah.
John
What
first.
the-
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
either me or John.
Carter doesn't really play, that's why. And I don't really see him after school.
Mhm.
Carter, you need to play more
on.
drums.
We love you,
Carter,
Carter.
play your
When you guys
drums
added
more.
Carter
Back
to the last jam, last Songwriter Night, that was awesome.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
hey, we have a cajon. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even me who said that. John walked up to me. He said, Paul, we have a cajon. And I was like, oh, okay. So
What's that?
it's like
It's
a
the
stupid
It's
little
the
box.
box that you
box
sit on
brick
and you
thing.
hit.
You're like,
Mhm. I play it at my
That's
church sometimes. It's really,
Mhm.
it's really
Doesn't
interesting.
Alice Cooper go to your church?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's going on a tour, by the way.
Are you gonna go into
Alice Cooper is still touring.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know what it's gonna be, but
I don't know.
I think he made an album again, so he's just gonna go on another tour. It's gonna be sick. I'm gonna see him in Tucson.
Why don't you just
All right, tell us about your performance experiences. Tell us about.
Okay, so about my performance experience.
What was the single
Like
worst
bands
mistake?
in general.
What was the
Both
single,
work.
What was the worst mistake you ever made on stage?
On stage? Oh shit.
He didn't answer the
okay.
first question first.
Well, yeah, but the
Oh.
first question was really, really, really vague. No disrespect.
It was very, very
It
vague.
was.
No disrespect. So the past bands that I've been in, I was in Noah and the Noinators, and then I was also, remember Kalena? I was in whatever that band
Yeah.
was.
They played the neighborhood
And
a lot.
then-
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
nice.
She had that one
And
song.
then I was, dude, I can't remember like all the groups that I played in. And then there
Yeah.
was
Too many.
too many.
Executive.
Yeah, okay. You guys really want me to mention this.
Ah.
But, in the beginning of the year, I was in a heavy metal band called Executa.
Mhm.
If you go back to the live streams, you can like see the songs
Yeah.
we played. We played Hands. And we
Hands is
played-
actually the intro to all the podcasts.
Oh yeah. That's true,
You recorded?
My drumming is gonna be with this program forever.
You know what
Unless the podcast dies, which hopefully.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm-
oh,
No,
my
I'm kidding,
life's
I'm
work.
kidding, I'm kidding.
My life's
I'm kidding,
work.
I'm kidding. Guys, sinking point. And then there was also the
What's the one that goes? If I'm gonna.
yeah, I was getting to that
take
just
you
now.
Uh,
the infamous Sink or Swim, which sometimes we do an executive reunion like at Songwriter Night. We played Sink or Swim.
It's iconic.
Every time
Yeah, it's iconic.
Every time
There
I
you
sing that
go.
to Grayson, he hits me with the guitar.
I don't think
No,
that's
he doesn't.
true.
'Cause that's not
that's
Disney.
not.
Oh, he.
Okay, any last notes as my timer went off? What was the
Uh,
worst mistake you made on stage? All three of you. That's your last question.
Okay.
Oh.
I gotta think. You guys go first. I'm gonna think.
You go first.
Okay, so
I can name
I
mine as
played
well.
with Rat King, formerly known as Rat King, Cactus King, King Cactus, whatever. That band last Friday. That
That
one
one
band
band.
last Friday, and the worst mistake I made was I played a chord at a wrong time. I
Really,
went
that's so
to
funny.
I remember.
I didn't
Yeah.
even start my
I
verse.
have no idea what you're talking about.
I played the 5th fret instead of the 6th fret, and I don't think anyone heard it. Listening to the live stream back, I didn't hear it, but I know I made a mistake.
I think my biggest mistake is not letting Ryan sing in too deep because I'm not very good at whiny vocals. I'm more like, so you guys don't know Sum 41, but I can sing their Chuck album really good because it's less whiny.
It's
Maybe
less whiny and more just like,
more.
I am a little bit angry right now.
Yeah, more angry,
Mhm.
but I can't do whiny vocals. But I do like the In Too Deep. I did like
Mhm.
that, but I think Ryan would sing better.
Okay.
'Cause I'm in too deep.
I'm trying to keep
up
up
above
da-da-da-da. I don't know the
I don't know the
words
rest
of
of the
this
words.
song.
Yeah.
I don't know the words.
What's
Paul?
All right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a CMAS show. It was a church show.
Mhm.
It was like the third show that I played on drums for my church instead of the stupid box. So shut up.
No good wood.
But so I was playing and I was really getting into the song, and then there was a build up that was happening, and I was like, okay, this build up is gonna be great. And then I hit the cymbals, and the cymbals didn't really have like the things that kept him on the cymbal stands because no one really expected anyone to be hitting the drums really hard. So the cymbal fell off the kit and almost like made the whole drum cage fall down. And it it would have been really bad. The drum cage didn't fall down, but it was just really embarrassing because I was
Okay.
just sitting up there with one cymbal left, and I'm like, "You're next, buddy." Like, I don't know what to tell you.
You're sitting up there. You're like, yeah, I'm hitting this thing. It's gonna go flying.
My
Gonna
biggest
go hit another
mistake.
lady.
I've made a lot of mistakes announcing, but performing. The one time I did perform,
Was it the rap?
it was.
a wrap.
It was.
I was there.
You were there. You were
That's
playing
another
drums.
band I was in.
It was. I
Oh.
couldn't hear myself. I don't.
For
We.
songwriter night?
No, we. We
Oh.
couldn't hear ourselves. Paul couldn't really hear either.
My mom keeps
Yeah.
making fun of you for that.
Yeah. Why? Thank you.
Is that
I'm-
true?
No, I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah.
My mom.
He
said
just
Well,
lied.
no,
No,
okay.
My mom said one time. And
I
one time
actually,
only,
I was
and
muted on the
yeah.
live stream for the first half
Yeah.
of the song.
All I heard were your vocals in my monitor.
Oh, that must have been so
I
great
never,
for you.
I never heard
Yeah.
I never got to like hear the song. I don't. What's it about?
It's in the vault. It's
Oh,
in
dude, it's about this person with red hair and green eyes, and her name was Jane.
Jane. Her name is actually no. That's the love interest. No name guy. No name. We can get it.
What?
It's
Go
it's the
back to
long-
the live stream to
You,
see.
well, no, you can't. I'm
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm-
I
you-
forgot.
Wait,
yeah.
the Songwriter Night live stream?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm.
rapping
I
like,
thought didn't that get deleted?
Oh yeah. Don't go back to the live. Oh, I mean, no, it didn't. What are you talking about?
I was muted. But yeah. So basically, fun fact: I didn't know the backing track. I didn't know like any of the music. I just knew my part
How do you not know the music for your own song?
because I only
Yeah.
wrote the lyrics.
Oh.
I didn't, and then we only rehearsed it a number of times,
You
and
said it
I
right.
was so nervous that I genuinely couldn't hear, and also Paul's
You said it is-
cymbals were really loud.
You should've just made it-
Sorry.
And so then
Everything just goes down
every
the
single
toilet.
time, every
Jeez.
single time after the bridge, anytime we practiced or performed it, I was late by about like 2 measures.
I think-
Wow,
I never got to hear
Lily.
the song because I could only hear you going like.
It goes. Bow, meow, bow, bow, meow, bow, 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 bow. Yeah, it's very interesting.
That one. That
When
one.
you- when you
That's the
rapping
one.
Like Corey Taylor, where you're like, I met a girl, she was pretty cute. I couldn't see her. I play the flute.
Corey
Hopefully
Taylor
not.
sounds
What was
nothing
that
like
one
that.
song where it was like a rap you
Well,
did about a
early.
girl and like she got like played or something?
That's the one.
So
Bingo!
no, bingo! It's about a guy getting
Ding,
played.
ding. Oh.
The ending, there are like 5 alternative endings. I don't know, the number keeps changing. I
I
I
genuinely
just
don't
remember
remember.
being
Or
an
does
E
he
when you were
not?
writing that and you were
No,
like
he gets
showing it to me and I
murdered.
actually thought it was like
No
super cool.
Why, thank you.
Jesus.
I'm not
We can
lying.
go into
Bingo!
depth about what that song was another
did I
time.
do?
Wait.
What?
Pause.
In one of the
I said
endings, he
bingo,
gets
not
murdered.
Nico.
Yeah, one of the endings he's murdered.
He's
Told
murdered.
you.
What?
I
In-
told you.
In one of the endings,
Put him in
he's
Clue.
no, one of the endings it just goes back to normal and he's just really sad. And one of the endings he gets a happy ending. Actually, that one never got debuted.
Lame.
That I found it late, so I didn't keep
Lame.
it.
So one
Yeah,
day, he's just dead.
Actually,
No,
no,
actually,
there's a,
What
there's
if
a
they
story
both
to
die?
it.
he turned and there was a smirk on her face from what I remember. and then it was like I forget what happened there.
Yeah.
Was it like a group of girls or something?
Okay, so hold on.
Run into a corner now. I see a bunch of girls. Now they have knives.
Didn't our timer go off like 10
The timer
minutes
went
ago?
off 2 minutes ago. It's okay. This is the last point I will make. We can. I don't. What did I name it? What was the song
That trip
called?
didn't hurt. I fell down the stairs.
No Name Guy. That's what it was
no
called.
name guy.
Okay.
He has
So
no
it
name.
actually he did have a name. So
Michael.
the name
No, it was
was. No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Garrett.
John. It
His
was.
name-
I'm just saying, man.
It was.
What?
What I think it was Jerry. It might have been. It was something.
Jerry, come on.
Was
oh,
he a race car driver?
that's
No.
a nice app, Paul.
Did he
but
did he drive so
There's a whole.
fast
There's the
outside?
whole.
He's
Basically, it's this guy. I was gonna cite the lyrics, but then I don't remember them.
You had the didn't you
Anyway.
Well, no, I can't find it. It's not in my Google Docs.
Was it in
Anyways,
This episode
Yeah.
has gone off the rails.
He
but
said
yeah,
guys.
it was this guy who was a loser who liked this girl, and the girl decided to date him. But in reality, she was playing him. But in the end, she actually did like him, but she still played him and sold him out to a group of guys.
Question. Did in the end does it even matter?
No.
Did he fall to lose it all?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
you don't know what happens to him, like genuinely.
I don't think
He's referencing Linkin Park.
I don't know what that is.
I got a question.
Was he in too deep?
Yeah.
Was he trying to keep?
Did he go one thing? I don't know
Ow.
why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed
Alright.
a rhyme to
I'm
explain
leaving.
Overhead
I'm
camera,
leaving.
please.
Ah,
Overhead
no,
camera.
time is about you,
All
but
right,
then
I'd like
watch
to
it
say
fly
thank
by.
you guys so much
Bye.
for watching this
Bye,
podcast
Paul.
episode and all its chaoticness. This will go at the very end. Be really bye, Paul. Paul just left.
Bye!
Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Music.
I've seen people hit each other on Disney.
Well, that's
I've
the-
seen
Yeah,
people
those are
hit each
stage
other on the
slaps. Like, watch.
podcast.
Hold on. Put your hand up. Put that hand up. And then you're gonna whack your head that way when I hit your hand. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Like put it there. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No, the other wrong way. You weren't fast enough.
Oh.
You
Okay.
I have
you
a
were
very
delayed
slow
by
reaction
like 12
time.
It was more like a
Oh.
millisecond or two.
Today I'm here with Cameron, Paul, and Nico.
That's
My name-
Jason.
Who's
I'm
Paul?
Oh yeah, who is Paul?
Help was on my own.
Interrupted
Do you know
Tiger.
the interrupting cow?
Interrupting cat.
I'm gonna cut this out.
Oh.
There's episodes I've gone off the rails.
It's gonna cut
You
out
can
this
see
part.
him.
Oh,
This episode has gone off the rails.
Noah, please don't take this
If
episode.
I had
only
known.
known.
all right.